मेरे से पहले ले लिया
I'm sure they have. I'm sure they have. Things you did.
No, they sort of play it like they just play it. And if they do that, I'm
Hello.
it's gonna be terrible. Yeah, it'll just be like it's not like happy graduation. It's like weird. Do you want to be embarrassed?
Just tell everybody to quiet down.
Please. Please quiet down. Yes. Speech for Shivaum. So, from the moment I met Shivaum, I always knew that we were going to be friends for a very long time because of the energy that he brings. He has a really vibrant persona, and it makes everyone like just attract to him and really want to hang out with him. But as I got to know him more, I realized that he had a much softer and gentler side. And something that really exemplifies this is his passion for poetry. So, this past spring break, all of our friends, our friend group, was free almost every night. We were ready to party, hang out, watch movies, and every night we would ask Shivam, "Yo, let's hang out." And every night he would respond, "No, I can't, because I'm writing poems." He was sitting in his room writing poems about birds. And so, as an homage to his passion for poetry, both Neil and I decided to write haikus that really describe Shivam.
So this passion for poetry started at a young age for Shivam. In fact, when he and I used to have sleepovers, Rishabh and I ended up just playing Call of Duty, and Shivam was off in the corner, just writing sonnets alone. Just sonnets. He was just practicing on any type of paper he had.
Okay, so I will now read my haiku that I wrote about Shivam. Shivam is super. He is a very smart boy. I like him a lot.
He is a husky. He is not purple and gold, yet he is a star. Thank you.
So I knew Shivam from a pretty young age, like same with me and Neil. We met him in like 3rd grade. And before I became friends with him, I was on his NJB team. I don't know if you remember that. But so back then, like Shivam was just like really short. Like he was a good like head shorter than me. And he did like, yeah, so obviously things are different now, but back then, like he was shorter than me. Like he didn't like really touch the ball much. He was kind of scared of it. And it's just like crazy to think like now, like he's like much taller than me. And like when I see him play basketball, he's like, okay. When I see him play basketball, he's like very energetic. He's always jumping around. And I think that just speaks to his character. Like he's very energetic. He always has a positive attitude. So yeah, so throughout elementary school, we were like very close. So close to the point that one day we were playing flag football, or like it was 2-touch football. And like I ran into Shivam. And then I got up and everyone was just staring at me, and then Shivam was on the ground, and I was like, "What's going on?" And they're like, "Oh, there's a tooth in your cheek," and it was stuck in my cheek, and I was like, "Oh, what the hell?" And then I looked at Shivam, and his tooth was like chipped off, so that was pretty scary. But like Shivam, it's pretty cool. He's always been a part of my life in some point. He's actually the reason that I got into Boy Scouts, because my mom was like, "Oh, Shivam, who I knew I was good friends with, is doing Boy Scouts, so you should do it too." And I was like, "No, I don't really want to do it," but you know, it ended up being the best decision my mom ever made for me, because I ended up joining it, and I loved it. Like we've done a lot of stuff together, like archery, canoeing, whitewater rafting, like backpacking, like camping. We've done everything. So like throughout the years that I've known Shivam and throughout high school, what I've learned about him is that like just not just his physical, the fact that he's like always like energetic, he's always running around, and you can see that in the basketball courts. Like we'll be playing for 2 hours and he'll still be running down and like grabbing boards. But like Shivam, like no matter what, I've always seen him like be like he always has a positive attitude. Like I've known him for like 9 years, and even when he's sad, he puts on like a smile, and like he's keeping everyone like happy, and that's what makes everyone like love Shivam so much. Like we're attracted to his personality so much. So Shivam, I know you're gonna make a lot of friends in UW because you have a great personality. You're a super nice guy, and you're always energetic. But just don't forget about the friends you have back home.
Hello everyone. Just quick warning. I don't usually look like this. I had my wisdom teeth removed. That's why everyone's laughing, I think. Okay, so I didn't know I was gonna make a speech till just now, so I haven't prepared anything. But let me tell you a little bit about Shivam. So his last name is Kumar, and he plays basketball often. I think I first met Shivam because we shared the same math tutor, and so this auntie's name is Danya auntie, and she's always telling me that Shivam's like her best student. But then I meet Shivam in real life, and he's just the biggest troll. So he obviously can't be that smart. But he's proven me wrong time and time again, and he's very nice and funny, and his last name is Kumar. Thank you.
Vishal, only 2 minutes. That's okay, only 2 minutes.
Hello everyone. I have known Shivam for as long as I can remember right now. So I just want to tell you all a short story about Shivam. I didn't really prepare any speech, so this is going to be just like me going off the top of my head. So I first met Shivam in 5th grade, and incidentally, that was my first day at Argonaut Elementary School, and that was also Shivam's birthday, so a very auspicious day for both of us. Now, since it was Shivam's birthday, he had brought all these snacks and stuff like ice cream and root beer and all those things to give to the class. And this was me. I was a total fob. Like I was just straight out of India, so I had no idea what root beer was. And Shivam pulled me aside and he said, "Hey, it's okay if you drink root beer because it's not alcoholic." Right? And that was one moment in my storyline with Shivam, because he taught me a lot about life. Like root beer was just one of the many lessons that I learned from knowing Shivam. Right? And so we shared a lot of experiences through Redwood Middle School and through high school as well. And in 2 specific occasions, we both are very into computer science and coding and all those like things, right? So we went to 2 hackathons, and the very first hackathon we went to was somewhere in Palo Alto, or I actually don't know what city it was, but Shivam would know because he's very good with directions. One very distinct moment in that hackathon was not actually when we were coding, but when we were sitting downstairs and watching this movie called Dope. Now, Dope, it was a super fun movie, but it was so much better because I was watching it with Shivam. Because every time they would make a joke, I would laugh, not because of the joke, but because Shivam was just so hyped at every single thing in the movie, right? Every time Shivam laughed, I would laugh, and that kind of goes for his character, right? Like every time Shivam, is just happy, it makes me want to be happy, and so Shivam sometimes brings out the best in me, and I'm very thankful for that. So Shivam, I hope you continue to bring out the best in everyone in college, and I wish you the best of luck.
Who's next? Ayush.
Hey everyone. Oop, my bad. Okay. So I've known Shivam since middle school, and in middle school we used to do a lot of things together. Namely, we would dance together and host a lot of these Saratoga Got Talent functions. So one of my favorite memories with him is when we were hosting the Saratoga's Got Talent in the McAfee, and we performed a little bit of a dance that we made, and like always with live performances, things go wrong. So in this dance, the music cut off halfway through, and I looked at him, and no words needed to be said. We both know what was going to go on, and we stopped the dance and immediately started freestyling and finishing up the performance and getting it done. And it's just moments like this where me and Shivam have gone through that really show how much of one, a dedicated person Shivam is, two, an entertainer, and three, most importantly, I think that Shivam has the skills and just like the interpersonal awareness to get people to, one, have fun, but like, okay, I'm trilling on. My point is that Shivam as a person is someone who really knows the situation and everyone around him and how they're feeling. And I think that's something that's really been nice throughout high school and middle school, especially when we've been in group situations and things like that and people don't really know what to do. Shivam was always the one person who stands up and says, guys, let's just do this, let's get it done, and everyone agrees. Another really important story that I want to share is in high school when me and Shivam worked on a stats project just this year, and like all second semester seniors, we really don't care about school anymore. So this stats project really happened the last day of school. Gar was in it too, that's why he's nodding. What happened in this project was that we went to our teacher every single day, and we decided that instead of actually working on the project, we would use charm as a tool to win our A. So we would converse with our teacher every single day, and we'd tell jokes to her, we'd make her feel really comfortable, make her laugh, and it really only took that to get us our grade at the end of the day. And I think Shivam really excels at these things because he's always someone who can put a smile on your face, no matter how you're feeling, no matter like what you come to him, he'll always be like listening to you, and he'll always be someone who can make you feel better at the end of the day. And I know that next year you're going to use these skills at UW and just kill it and have a good time in Seattle, man.
Done? Yeah. You sure? You have to go, sure. Mom said. Who your dad said? Oh, sure.
Okay, they're gonna do the all-male dance from Bombay in the Bay. Come on, guys. Okay, Tyler and Vishal.
Alright guys, hello. My name is Tyler and I'm a very good friend of Shivaum Kumar's. Now, as you guys have already learned, this man is a very special man. But one thing that I haven't really brought up is over the course of the 4 years I've known this man, I've come to notice the similarities between him and a certain figure, a certain icon, and his man is Michael Jordan. So, I bought this man a basketball for his grad present, and on it was Michael Jordan's signature. And I did this because, and this was a real basketball signed by Michael Jordan himself, by the way. My grandfather's prized possession I gave to him. Priceless. Anyways, so let's just get into this. So the first thing I noticed that was super similar between Shiv and Mike is their compassion for the game. Now, this could be any game. This could be the game of school. This could be the game of after-school activities. This could be the game of band. Either way, Shiv has a lot of compassion for everything that he does. Just like Mike has a ferocity in his eyes. Every time I look into Shivaum's eyes, I see the same ferocity. Everything he does, he gives 100%, and you can especially see that when he plays basketball, for example. This man, he sprints up and down the court like a madman, much like Michael Jordan. He can dunk from the free throw line like Michael Jordan. He can, in fact, sometimes I mistake him for Michael Jordan on the court because he's so good. Number two, the second thing that I noticed between him and Michael Jordan is that they care about their family. And by family, I mean everyone that he cares for, family, friends, and just even his teachers. Mike has always been known as one who cares about his, like a family man, you know? He would do anything for the people around him and the people that he cares for. Similarly, I feel like Shivaum can read people and in a good way, of course. He can like sense when you need help, or sense when to back off, or sense when to give advice. And he knows when to do these things, and he capitalizes on it. And because of that, he has so many good friends and so many people who care for him. Yeah. So the third and final thing, of course, third similarity between Mike and Shiv is Shiv and Mike have a very similar hairstyle. So we all know that Michael Jordan is a very stylish man. He's made his famous line of Jordans, and those have popped off all over the world. similarly, we all feel like Shivaum has a very unique sense of dressing, as we can see here. Everything fits really well. He just looks sharp today, if we can all agree on that. So, all in all, Shivaum is basically Michael Jordan. And I'm very, very lucky to have Michael Jordan as a friend of mine, a very close, dear friend of mine.
Hello. Okay, do we have, I think that the kids are done. Do we have any adults who would like to say something? Or any other kids? Because I didn't go through all of them. Okay, nobody wants to say anything. I'm just going to say a few words. I just want to thank everybody for coming. I want to give a special thanks to my dad, who came from India all the way. And yeah, he's 86 years old, going on 87, and he was able to travel for this, so special thanks to him. And then I have a lot of family who's visiting from all over, from Seattle, from locally, and from New Jersey, and who did I miss? Yeah, so just like all over the map, and neighbors. The neighbors table is also saying something. But anyways, I do want to thank all friends and family for coming and making this a special occasion for Shivaum and all of us. Dinner is going to be served like in 5 minutes, so we'll get back to eating soon. But feel free to go back for some drinks and dinner, and then we're going to have dessert and cake, so don't leave without that. Thank you.
Speech from Rishi.
Shivam told me not to speak today. Shivam told me don't speak today. Because if
Hello. Okay. I think the public demand is there for me to speak, and somebody's going to time it like 2 minutes. Shivam told me do not speak because when you speak you don't stop. 1 minute. Okay. Well, we are absolutely delighted that all of you are here, and to celebrate. It's like double trouble happening in our lives. Rishabh graduated from UCLA, and I don't think so we were talking about that yet, but that was, we wanted to celebrate that a little bit. So I believe we are doing a cake cutting, so we'll plan on that. And the cake is like two different colors. One is the UCLA colors and the other one is the UW colors. And it's a vegetarian vegan cake. No eggs. Yes, who is vegan here? Okay. I believe all of Shivam's friends are vegan, right? And actually when we moved into this house, Shivam was 5 months old. He literally came in a little, what do you call those? Bassinet. It's like the car seat. We were actually got him into this house. And my take was, if our kids have gone up to like 8th grade, I think I'll be okay. And we saw the 8th grade happen and it just kind of went by. And here we are standing today with like a kid who's graduated from UCLA. So what Rishabh is planning to do, he's actually working for NerdWallet in the city, and then he'll be going through an online program in Georgia Tech, AI machine learning. So that's what he'll be doing. That keeps him out of trouble living in the city, so he'll be still studying pretty much every semester, going through his masters. And then Shivam, one of the things that he really liked about UW was the fact that it's a top 5 AI machine learning program, a top 5 grad school program. So he's already talking to some professors to see if he can get some projects going there. I think he's excited, but he's more excited about the fact that UW is a good basketball and a good football program, because he'll be out there. He's actually looking up the players, the recruits, and he'll be spending a lot of time watching these UW Huskies. And actually I went to UConn, as many of you know. So he said it'll be a good thing. I'll say go Huskies out there and nobody will know which Huskies I'm talking about. Because when he was very little, he used to watch the UConn Huskies, and he grew up following and believing in these teams, and now he's going to switch affiliations just a little bit. Purnima, am I done? No, I think you have the 2 minutes right. Okay. Well, the food is fabulous, and I really appreciate all of you joining us. Made it a fabulous evening. And let's talk a little bit about the weather. I think it was supposed to be a really cool day today, and it was 75 was the high. And so Seema was saying, oh my God, we'll have to get heaters and things like that. And we did get the natural heater today, It led to a fabulous evening. So it's a really nice evening, but it's a little nicer, the fact that we have all of you here. So thank you all for joining a very, very special family moment for us. Thank you. Thank you all. Anybody else wants to say something? Anybody else? Okay, I would like to call out my brother who came all the way from New Jersey. My brother, my Monica, and also Ankita. It happens all the time to me, all the time. Okay. And then my cousin brother Ajitesh is here somewhere. Ajitesh is right there. And then we have who else do we have? I want to call out Anurag and Vibha. Anurag and Vibha were friends with Seema all the way back in New Jersey, and that friendship has stayed till today. And then Rajiv Ramaswamy. Rajiv Ramaswamy is working. Where is Rajiv? He's left. Oh, right there. So Rajiv was in AT&T and AT&T, right? And Seema was in AT&T, and there's a long, many decades of connection. No, a couple decades only. So a lot of old friends are here, and many new friends from Saratoga and beyond. So it's a convergence of the good things of Silicon Valley happening right here. So thank you all. All right. Hopefully this was short enough. I don't know. So are we doing dinner? So let's talk about the menu. What's the menu for dinner?
So the dinner is from Mint, and for dinner we have chole bhatura, and the bhaturas are being made and served hot from the backyard, and we have dahi vada, and then we have gobi Manchurian and hakka noodles. So that's for dinner, and then we have gulab jamun for dessert, plus cake, plus chocolate fondue. And the chocolate fondue is a special request from Shivaum. So there we go.
over here.
Ajitesh's wife is also here.
No, I think she's not here. I haven't seen her yet.
For their kids also graduated.
Yeah.
This year or last year?
This year. Yeah, you have to start quickly because people are going to.
I've already connected you. I've connected you so many times.
I know you probably have.
Yeah.
Wait, here? Jim. Or maybe.
Okay. Exactly. I know. I could tell. You realize how much you were swerving? You realize how much you were? You were. Sometimes. Going down that again. Yeah, so I'm thinking I do hunt, right? Random run. Yeah, I was so scared the whole ride.
From one Asian to another. My name's Sean Walker, but I can't snowboard.